Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Stahls TV Morning Show. I'm Courtney.
I'm Jenna.
And today we're thinking all about the holidays. So I know Halloween just ended last week, but we're really already thinking about Christmas. We've been sharing some things here on the Stahls TV Morning Show and in some live classes. And we really wanted to bring everything together and share a holiday decorating guide with you guys today that really will set you up for success, because this is the week that you should have all of your items really printed and starting to be on your website and in your showrooms if you don't already have them, because believe it or not, people are actually getting ready to start purchasing and getting ready for the holidays really before this week. I know a lot of ads, I've been seeing a lot of things on the television, on my social media channels, so people are thinking about it and they're already buying. You know, if you're like me, I like to get all my Christmas shopping done as easy as possible. So we're seeing a lot of people doing that as well, and so we're going to talk about how you can be successful with that. But one thing we noticed is this week on the Stahls Show and Tell, there were a lot of Christmas things, so it seems like a lot of decorators are already starting to really dive into their holiday printing.
Yeah, and I really like the one that was shared with us that we chose for for a look of the week this week. And this was perfect for the upcoming holiday, and that is Thanksgiving. So, of course, we don't want to skip over Thanksgiving and go straight to Christmas. We still want to be able to offer apparel for this, and Missy did a great job creating a kid's sweater for the Thanksgiving holiday. And I love that she used the 4-color fast tack method with fashion film here, and she really played well on all of the unique colors that you can utilize to really brighten up anything for this particular holiday.
Yeah, I love the way she did this with fashion film, because she was able to easily tack the colors and apply them all in one easy application. One cool thing about Thanksgiving is I feel like people skip over Thanksgiving, especially in the custom apparel realm.
It's easy to do because right after October and Halloween is over, you just immediately start thinking about what you can create for Christmas, because that's the largest holiday of the year. So it's easy to just kind of skip past Thanksgiving, but being able to just play on that a little bit and still incorporate that is ideal, because it'll get you the most for the holiday season.
Yeah, and it's not a niche that is really highly targeted. We see a lot of people creating for Halloween, a lot of people creating for Christmas. So you can get some new customers with printing for Thanksgiving. I even see people doing like the Black Friday t-shirts. Those are actually incredibly popular as well. So just another opportunity at this season. And I've seen recently some apparel decorators, I think is a really good idea, is packaging together multiple onesies. So a Thanksgiving onesie with a Christmas onesie with a New Year's onesie, because if somebody's looking for a custom Christmas onesie for their little one or for a t-shirt for their little one, they're likely going to want to celebrate all the holidays. So rather than selling one for $15, you can package them all together for $35, and now you're making more profit because you're able to print more items and sell them more to that one customer. So.
Right, and it's also really good to target that specific market, because they can only wear it once, so next year they have to buy a whole new one. So,
right, yeah.
You definitely are getting more sales with each customer that you have for the children apparel market.
Kids are definitely growing very quickly, so it's a good opportunity and a good place to be if you're decorating for any kind of children's apparel or just custom apparel in general. And so today we want to go through the holiday decorating guide specifically with you guys and share some insight and tips and some different clip art, designs, decoration, all that stuff for you guys to be successful and start printing items this week. And so the guide is actually in the description here for the video, so you're welcome to go ahead and download that so you have a copy you can play along with us at home, or just have a copy to keep at your shop once the broadcast is over. So let's start off with the most popular, holiday apparel.
Yes, so apparel obviously is going to play a huge role in this marketplace because it can be worn by your customers, by your family members. You can offer it as gifts. So apparel is just something that is going to be popular for the holidays. And some people kind of look by that. They go more towards the gifting, but there are ways to incorporate popular Christmas sayings from popular movies or songs and just playing that key and using it on apparel. So the first image here on our guide is the ideal graphic t-shirt for custom printing.
Yeah, we obviously know graphic t-shirts are popular, custom t-shirts, and so why not create them for the holidays? And this one uses CAD cut fashion film and CAD cut adhesive. So this would be something that'd be cut on a vinyl cutter. And you're wondering, because you're seeing so many different colors, how that would be easily created. Of course, you can do a tacking method, but the cool thing we did is with CAD cut adhesive, we were able to create all of those string of Christmas lights with just different colors of foil and laying down the sheet. So it's just one press, one heat transfer vinyl in the background and some foil interchange there throughout the image.
Yeah, so that's one easy way to get multicolor looks on a graphic tee, and that is just being able to utilize those different color foil rolls that you have laying around with your CAD cut adhesive. And anything that has a bright, shiny finish is perfect for the holidays, so foil works perfectly, as well as glitter flakes, such as what we're seeing on that personalized kids apparel onesie. So glitter flake to me just screams holiday, so being able to utilize that in your graphic t-shirts or even for your children's apparel, such as this onesie, is ideal as well.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities when you're printing apparel. So we've seen a basic t-shirt, we see a onesie, but when you think about children's apparel, there's pajamas, there's ruffled dresses, there's sweaters. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, there's so many options there, and it's really a good idea to take advantage of all of it. So you're not just doing t-shirts or just onesies, just doing all of it so that that customer knows that you're capable of being their sole supplier for their gifting for the holidays.
Yeah, so great ideas there. A couple other ideas for the holiday apparel. Just thinking about other finishes, other ways to add bling is rhinestones is another big way to do this.
Yeah, so whether you're customizing and doing this in-house or you're outsourcing for stock rhinestone transfers, either way, you're able to include this into your holiday sales to really just increase your bottom line. And rhinestones really do that easily. So I'm a fan of the stock rhinestone transfers because you're able to order those in bulk and customize them or personalize them how you see fit.
Yeah, and so you can get some rhinestone transfers from different places, like Wildside has a few rhinestone transfers for the holidays, so we see a few of them here on their website, just some reindeers, and they have a variety of them throughout their website. You can easily search for sayings and different things like we've seen here on the holiday decorating guide. But one thing to keep in mind is if you're really busy at this time of year, maybe with personalized gifting, but you want to also offer some custom holiday apparel, you can order stock transfers. All you have to do is heat press them, and then you don't have to worry as much about custom cutting sayings like we saw in the first t-shirt. So kind of different ways to still capitalize on that, but outsource some of it so you're not doing it all in-house.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best way to profit whenever you're doing rhinestones for the holidays. And I think another popular way to really drive sales for the holiday season is not only looking at custom printing, but also printing for local businesses and corporations that go all out for the Christmas season. So we have a promotional apron where we're doing full color digital using Great Dane Graphics artwork. So Great Dane Graphics offers a variety of different cool Christmas-inspired and holiday-inspired artwork that is perfect for using for corporations or local businesses.
Yeah, and I like the way this one was personalized for a family restaurant, so you can easily personalize that with a CAD cut product or any kind of transfer option there, adding that personalization. But you know, when you think of restaurants and bars and different things throughout the holiday season, they're always decking things out, you know, where the people may be wearing a different t-shirt or they have decorations throughout their store, so aprons really fall along perfectly with that. And on the flip side, everybody else is in the kitchen, so just creating really cool, fun, full color artwork on aprons is another good way to show some holiday cheer.
Right. Okay, so not even for that, even just to give as gifting too, you can decorate an apron because everybody's in the kitchen around the holiday season, and that's just a perfect gifting item to offer as well. And then kind of playing on all of those in one, so we have heat transfer vinyl, we have rhinestones, and being able to mix those all together for the ultimate finish and being able to personalize it on something such as a gifting item, such as a dog sweater. So this, you can see they utilize the pre-cut letters and rhinestone transfers, and I just think that's ideal for offering unique finishes for this holiday.
Yeah, you know, we're looking at creating holiday apparel for everybody in the family, and so that includes the, you know, the good old four-legged friends with some doggy outfits. And I know we've gotten the question here a few times on the morning show about where to buy shirts like this. And so this one I would source somewhere like a Doggy Skins, which is sold by LAT Apparel, and you can usually purchase those anywhere that like S&S Activewear, anywhere that sells and distributes LAT Apparel.
Right, and they do a variety of different things there. I mean, they're even doing the bandanas that are really popular for decoration around this time of year. So just keep that in mind. There are definitely a variety of different things that you can be offering for gifting that you may not be thinking of. So we're hoping to include that in today. Now, holiday shirts, of course, are perfect too. So this plays a little bit similar to the graphic tees, but even being able to offer these at restaurants for people to buy or any other local business. So they're using glitter flake on here, and this is perfect for just being able to create very easily, just being able to do it at the heat press. So I know we have some really popular Christmas templates in our CAD cut templates, and this is something really easy to create in there. So if you're looking to just be able to quickly customize something for to offer at your business, or even for local businesses to offer, and you just want to heat press that on there real quick, this is a great resource.
Yeah, so I just want to take a look at the template designer real quick. We added some clip art to it. So I mentioned earlier about being able to order custom designs and being able to easily customize and personalize for that. So I can now go through some of these holiday clip art options that are in the designer, like the Santa that we saw in that image. I can add some text to it. I can create custom artwork very quickly and easily, just like we saw on the image there, by adding text, adding clip art. And so you're not stuck with just thinking about, oh, I have to create this design and cut it on my vinyl cutter. You can order these custom cut and just heat press them. So if you're busy at the holiday season, I really highly recommend doing that. So we'll go with a will work for cookies and kind of give you an idea of what you can create there. I will work for cookies as well as Santa Claus. So same thing, if you haven't seen the CAD cut template designer, there's a ton of full transfer options. You can order in glitter flake, you can order in adhesive and foil. And so I'm just curious how many people here are using glitter flake and heat transfer and foil. So if you are using those and you have a preference on which one you think is best for the holidays, go ahead and type that in the comments now. I know we talk a lot about both of those materials here on the morning show and on Stahls TV, but it's a really great way to upgrade all of your designs for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see even whenever we get into the next portion of the guide here that utilizing foil to really create pop off the garment graphics is ideal for offering that. And you can see from the holiday sweater here, we use special effect material, which is the adhesive and foil, and we utilized the green and red on that bulb there just by being able to lay those pieces down and create a different effect as opposed to the full color red and the full color green.
Yes, it looks like Jennifer loves the foil. Angela uses glitter but hasn't tried the foil just yet. So she's not 100% in love with it yet, but I'm sure she would be when she tries it. Some cool things about these designs, though, is this plays again on just thinking about popular sayings, popular quotes, popular lyrics from songs at the holiday season and putting them on apparel. And my favorite thing about using adhesive and foil for this is I could buy a gold, white, red, and green foil roll and then order 50 from the template designer of these quotes that I had created, and I can customize into whatever the customer wants. So if I want to put a red foil on a green shirt, I can do that because the adhesive is just a clear background and you're adding that foil on top. So I can order multiples, get a price break, and kind of use those in different ways and customize it for the customer. Yeah,
it's really easy to get unique with foil, and I definitely recommend going to the Stahls TV YouTube or the website and checking out all the different things that you can actually achieve with foil. We could spend 2 whole morning shows going over that.
I think
so we won't dive into that whole entire process, but definitely be sure to check that out if you haven't worked with it yet. Now, of course, we love those sweaters, but ugly sweaters are very popular this time of year. People are incorporating ugly sweaters into 5K runs and whatnot, but also being able to just utilize CAD cut heat transfer vinyl in any way to make the ugliest sweater possible.
It's funny, this trend just cracks me up, the fact that an ugly Christmas sweater, which I think started from the older Christmas sweaters that were maybe from the 80s or something, that were brought back and people were wearing them, but now there's whole businesses that have been built on creating ugly Christmas sweaters. And so I told the story, we do a practice sometimes for the morning show, we just want to run through what we're talking about. So I was telling Jenna that when I started at Stahls, it was right in the holiday season, it was right before Thanksgiving, and I had to test all of the CAD cut materials, which if you own a vinyl cutter, you know that there are thousands of CAD cut materials. It feels like there's so many different finishes and options. So I made a Christmas tree shirt that I have worn every Christmas for as long as I've been with Stahls, and it has glitter flake and hologram and flock and fashion film and just all kinds of different
pebble
finishes.
Puff?
It does have pebble puff, which was an old puff material as well. I made all of the ornaments a different CAD cut material, and so I still wear it every holiday season, but it plays on kind of that whole just go crazy with the ugly sweater, putting designs down the sleeves in different locations on the shirt, multiple multicolor, just really getting creative with playing around. Even if you have some scrap pieces, you can even get really creative with taking little elements of the scrap pieces and putting them on the shirt.
Yeah, and I think it also would be a good idea to even offer as samples in your shop. So if someone wants to see a different finish, just show them that ugly sweater with all your different heat transfer vinyls that you offer, and like, this is what we have for the holiday. So it's a good conversation starter, and I think that it would work perfectly for that. And then we also have pajama sets that are really popular this year also.
Yeah, so the pajama sets are really popular for, we mentioned children's apparel, but we see a lot of opportunity for packaging these together, because normally if somebody's buying a Christmas holiday pajama set, it's probably for a Christmas morning photo, and there's more than just them in the photo. So we see a lot of mommy and me, we see a lot of family sets, multiple for children. So think about ways you can encourage them to buy more than just that. You can source ones that look similar, maybe with children's apparel and mom's apparel, so that they're wanting to purchase both together for that photo opportunity.
Right. And before we move on to the next opportunity for printing for the holiday season, I think we should talk about these pretty patterns that are sitting up here. So we just recently added a whole bunch of patterns for the holiday season, and they're completely customizable for color schemes. So we have a bunch on there that you can choose, where we just did a good bit of different color schemes for each one, so you can choose from there, or you can customize all on your own.
Yeah, and so when you think about the holidays, you want to think outside of the whole just red and green. Of course, that's popular as well, but we mix some blush with red, or blush with a Greek pink to make a kind of a two-color look with that glitter. That's really popular right now, mixing those colors in with the holidays. Navy mixed in with some red and ivory. We did some other fun colors with the purple, and there's a lot of cool finishes there. I'm going to show you guys just real quick in the pattern designer on Stahls.com. So we've shown the patterns a few times here at the Stahls TV Morning Show. So we have a variety of patterns available. You can select whichever one you like and customize the colors 100% to whatever you want. And so there's a ton of colors available. We just launched, you can see a ton of Christmas patterns in here. So you can start to really get creative with customizing these, and of course some of the other options. If you just want to do something like a chevron or a gingham pattern for like a plaid, you could get that as well.
Yeah, so what's nice about all those other patterns is that you can customize them into Christmas colors also. So you don't necessarily have to do the Christmas patterns, even though why wouldn't you want to? Yeah. But you can definitely customize all the other ones also.
Yeah, so I selected the bulb one here, and I'm just going to show you guys real quick how you can edit the colors. So you'll see each of the 5 colors that are available in this are selected here. And I can change these to customize whatever I want personally by clicking on them and just changing out maybe the green. Maybe I want it to be a little bit brighter color. Maybe I want this gold to be something else, like maybe another pastel shade. So I can really play around with that and change it to what I want it to look like. And then you'll also notice that we had created some really popular options as well. So you can even just select from some of these colorways if you're looking at creating some of the different fun, cool finishes there. So good options there. We obviously went a little crazy here at the Stahls TV Morning Show, and we purchased all kinds of patterns, which we may or may not do a video on here coming up. So always stay tuned to the Facebook page here at Stahls. Make sure you get notifications and you're signed up, because we do go live often when we share ways to use products like this, and you never know, one may be coming up soon. So you want to make sure that you're getting those notifications here on the site.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Angela wants to know where a good place to purchase pajama sets are. From my experience, I've always noticed that Boxercraft has a variety of different like flannel type pants where you can just kind of pair a long sleeve t-shirt with it. So I always recommend Boxercraft. Are you aware of any other ones?
I know of a few that have holiday ones. So Wild About Me blanks, as well as RSC Apparel. They are RSC blanks. They both have some Christmas blanks going on right now, so you may be able to, or you will be able to find some more boutique style ones that have more of the red and green striped options for children's apparel if you're looking at that for pajama sets. Evelyn wants to see photos. I'm wondering if that's of me in my Christmas shirt in front of the tree, because it's quite the fun shirt. I'll have to pull it out and get a photo and share it here on the Facebook page for everybody to see, because it's a cool print. I was really impressed with that. I was only, I think, in the apparel industry for about 6 days before I made that, but I cut every material perfectly and weeded and heatified them flawlessly.
We're professionals here.
Yeah, those days were the early days. So everybody knows their experience when they're first trying to cut and weed stuff. I mean, I was cutting literally 10 different CAD cut materials. So switching forces and learning how to play around with them, it was definitely a learning experience for me, for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued now. I kind of want to do one, see if I can one-up you there.
Yeah, you probably could by now.
All right, so that brings us into holiday events, which is another opportunity perfect for this time of year because there's always some type of event that's going on, whether that's craft fairs that have all of the local crafters just kind of going to the fairs to sell their Christmas stuff. Then you have local choirs and choruses, such as what you're seeing here, and runs and events.
Yes, we actually created this choir design out of CAD cut fashion film, assuming that maybe it was a lower quantity, maybe there was only 10 people in the chorus that were going out, so we didn't want to order screen printed transfers. But I kind of think if you're going to go after this, which I think it's a market to go after if you're doing holiday stuff, order screen printed transfers and then offer to customize it with CAD cut for each individual choir. So go out and reach out to multiple groups that are doing caroling at this time of year, or that are doing choir events, and offer to print them with maybe a saying or some form of a lyric from a song, and then add the personalization that says, you know, so-and-so's church or the year or something like that for that personalization.
Yeah, and I think that's one key thing you want to keep in mind is what type of transfer or what type of decoration method should you go with based off of the event that you're decorating for. So that is the perfect idea for doing it for people with like 24 or less. I would definitely want to go with CAD cut material so I can keep my costs low. So even though we're all excited about printing for all these events and all these different things for the holidays, we still want to find out what we can do at a good price so that we're making a decent profit. And I think if you're going to be doing walks and runs, then that opens up a perfect option for doing Transfer Express screen print transfers. So you can see for this walk and run for local events, so holiday activities present a great opportunity there, and the screen print transfers allows us to print in bulk with keeping our costs low.
Yeah, so I just want to take a look at the Easy View Designer from Transfer Express. So this would be available from transferexpress.com. You would just go to the Design Center and you can create, again, another easy way to create custom transfers with a lot of these designs. So I'm going to select to choose the idea book layouts. I'm just going to search for an ugly sweater design because I know there's one in here that I love. And I can customize this for an ugly sweater party. I could do it for a walks and runs. I mean, you can take a design like this, and if the idea is it's an ugly sweater walk and run, I can now change party and edit that text just by selecting it and do walk and run. I can add the year if I want to it. I can make this a little bit larger or stretch out the text so it fits the way I want it to fit. I could change the text here to be a different organization. So we'll say this is Uniontown since that's where we are located. And again, I can change and customize the colors. As you add colors for screen printed transfers, it does add cost. So I recommend keeping them to 1 to 3 colors for your design. If I want to see what this is going to look like on maybe a white t-shirt or on a black t-shirt, I can even go over here to the background color and change that out. So maybe I'll change all my black text to red so we can see that there. Select everything down here and make it red as well. So I can get real creative, play around with that, and get it to where I want it to look. And the cool thing about these screen printed transfers as well is I can add additional clip art. So if I want to add some Christmas lights or other images to make it look like an ugly sweater, since that's kind of the idea behind the run, I can add any of that in there and place it in unique places on the garment. So I can rotate this. Let me go ahead and change the color so you guys can see what that looks like. Go with red again. And I can kind of just move things around because with screen printed transfers from Transfer Express, you can gang sheet anything that you want on the sheet. As long as the colors are the same and the images are the same, I can add them all together like I'm doing here and play around with kind of how I want to order that for my transfers.
Right, and what's nice about that is even with you adding that there, if you're able to add to that, you can add them to the sleeve or what have you, just any way to really take advantage of how much space you have with that screen print transfer dimension. Okay, so that's screen print transfers from Transfer Express and Easy View. They have a ton of different clip art and templates that you can use for the holiday season. And that kind of brings us to some more apparel that you can do, and that's for schools. So we have a digital transfer here, and I believe this one is actually from Great Dane Graphics, correct?
Yeah, another full color artwork option from Great Dane Graphics. But the cool thing is a lot of holidays, the schools do their holiday programs, and so you're creating a unified look for the school by allowing the teachers and the students to all wear a matching sweater or shirt. So if you're already selling to schools, this should be an additional opportunity that you're reaching back out to them at this time of year and saying, hey, when's your holiday program? I have these great design ideas where I can really make you guys look professional and really look like a unified team. And kind of give them some bulk pricing for those options too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And then that grocery bag that's right next there, that is perfect for gifting for any local businesses, or being even able to reuse that throughout the year. So perfect for holiday gifting. And that kind of brings us to our next topic, which is personalization.
Yeah, so just to recap for those of you guys that are just joining us on Facebook Live, so far we've covered a ton of custom apparel ways to profit for the holiday season. And that's one big opportunity, especially if you're already doing apparel. And so the other big opportunity that I see that we're going to talk about next is definitely personalization.
Yeah, so of course, as we mentioned, gifting is huge, and that is going to be perfect for anybody that's doing custom or anything that's like more of a one-off as opposed to a bulk order. So if you're cutting with your vinyl cutter or doing embroidery or anything like that, then this is going to be a perfect fit for you.
Yeah, I would say vinyl cutting and heat transfer vinyl and embroidery are probably the top two ways that we see people personalizing apparel because they work best for one-offs. And then we see personalization in two realms. We see things like the monograms like you see on the shoes, and then we see names that are also really popular. So name drops, monogram personalization. It can be 3 letters, it can be a single letter, different ways to create those, but those are two big ways to actually add the personalization. So we'll look at a couple items here. So we have a toiletry bag, which is really popular for kind of that savvy traveler, and giving them a way to just add that something special to the gift, because of course you can give anybody a toiletry bag if they wanted that for the holidays, but this OGO one from Sanmar is really great because you add that little monogram, which it was added in CAD-cut fashion film, so it was incredibly inexpensive to add that little design, which I believe was about 1.5 inches high by 3.5 inches wide on that print location there. But so we're looking at a very low cost of material, but we're able to really add some serious significant value to the item.
Yeah, and it's always nice to go with a higher end item whenever you're doing this, because it just adds more value since you're already monogramming that and adding personalization to make the gift more unique and more personable. Being able to have a higher end item because you're keeping your costs low in material is the way to go, in my opinion, for personalizing for gifting. And then we have an OGO laptop bag, which is another great option for, I guess, what you would consider a masculine way to monogram for the holidays.
Yeah, so this monogram was actually from that same template designer that we showed you guys a little bit earlier. We have monograms available as well, so you can easily create something like this diamond monogram and just add a masculine way to personalize this. This is, again, that same fashion film. We just chose a matte charcoal color to really play off the OGO logo down here and create something that was still very unique, but still very masculine.
Right. And then, of course, we have other things that are really outside of the apparel realm. And next, what we have is blankets. So because this is a cotton-based fabric, which makes it very easy for just putting it right on that heat press and applying a heat transfer, very easy for monogramming also. So looking for items that are unique and outside of that apparel box, blankets is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I love, this is a sweatshirt blanket from Sanmar, and so I love the sweatshirt blanket because it's literally a sweatshirt fabric. So when it comes to decorating and heat printing, it's incredibly easy. You don't have to really worry about you know, a lot of scorching or having issues with things stretching or not applying. So it just applies really nicely. Has a really nice soft finish to it. Now, when we print something like this, it depends on your graphic size. So you want to keep in mind the size of your heat press. You can apply larger than a 16 by 20 heat press if you have a design that's larger. You just want to do it in steps. And with heat transfer vinyl, that's an easy thing to do. So fashion film, glitter flake are both really good for that.
Right, and speaking of other items that have a cotton base to make it very easy for personalizing with heat transfer vinyl, this iPad case is a purchase from Sanmar too. And I like that they offer different color schemes in this because it makes it easy for adding different color schemes into the personalization. So we did a mixed media look here, pairing a royal hologram with white fashion film just to add a little extra. So whenever we are buying an inexpensive item to personalize, we can obviously spend more of our time looking at different heat transfer vinyls to mix together to make it more unique.
Yeah, and I think the goal with something like this iPad case is to think about what gifts are popular at the holiday season. So obviously tech items like an iPad or a cell phone or something like that are always very popular. They're always hot sellers this time of year. So what can somebody add to that gift that would make it just kind of go over the edge and make it a little bit more unique? And that's where I see things like a personalized tablet case or a personalized purse that goes with something, or a stadium chair or seat covers, which we saw on the guide as well. So just different items that you can think to personalize that would just kind of make it more unique for the user.
Yeah, and speaking of unique gifts for this year, so being able to offer something to put gifts into. So Santa bags are really popular this year, and they've been around for quite some time, but never really in a way that you could actually personalize them. So there are a couple ways to do this. You can either purchase them from a local craft store with the design already on it and just add personalization, such as this, what we did here in our holiday heat printing live class. So we used flock just to personalize with a name here. This was already on there. This was purchased from a local Michael's, I believe. And we just add the personalization on there for an upsell. But you can also buy those blank and personalize them. I know Transfer Express sent out an email, I think, a couple weeks ago with their new templates for creating Santa sacks. So you have that option there too.
Yeah, so you could easily purchase one pre-printed, or a lot of the times they're often called laundry bags if you're looking for where to source just a completely blank version of that. I know Sanmar sells one that looks like it does in the photo, where then you could purchase that screen printed transfer to go alongside of it. And the Easy View designer that we had showed you earlier for that ugly Christmas sweater shirt, that has a ton of templates. All you literally have to do is change the, if you want to change the wording or change the colors, you can do that, but the template is ready to go, so you can easily do that and then add some name drop personalization, either with some screen printed transfer names, or you can cut them yourself at your shop if you own a vinyl cutter.
Right. And then that kind of plays into that is stockings as well. So anything where you can put little stocking stuffers in, or things that you can just fill with gifts, are perfect for personalizing. So the one that you're seeing on the screen there was purchased from a local Hobby Lobby. So this would be perfect for those one-off orders where someone's just coming to you and saying, hey, I just want this personalized just for this one gift. Now, if you want to offer these in bulk, Wholesale Boutique, or Viv and Lou from Wholesale Boutique offers a bunch of different styles and patterns in there. So this is one that you're seeing here. And we utilize the patterns to match the polka dots there, and created a bit of an upsell there by pairing glitter flake with it. But there are a bunch of different options on that website for different styles that you can get with that.
Yes, I definitely recommend taking a look at the Wholesale Boutique, or different vendors that have kind of that whole wholesale option for stockings. So they have some, and if you want to pick them up local, you can do that as well, but I definitely would see on purchasing them from places like that. I saw a couple other questions coming in about suppliers. Evelyn was wondering any good suppliers for extra large canvas grocery tote bags. I would still go Sanmar for that. I think you agree. Sanmar has a ton of different bag options, so we usually go there for a lot of options. And then Casey had asked, where's the sample blanket from the last display? So that was probably the Sanmar sweatshirt one that we had done there. That answers most of the questions so far. So the other things, we talked stockings, we talked about some Santa sacks, other home decor items, or traditionally whatever else goes on the table, which is traditionally a table runner or kitchen accessories. Those play along well with some other options for going with home decor.
Yeah, and I think table runners are definitely something popular that people don't really think about. So this is one that we personalized just with glitter flake, but you can go just beyond single color too. So in the guide, we have one there that I believe has about 5 or 6 different colors in there. And just being able to utilize all those different colors to be able to maybe match a centerpiece that goes in the middle of the table. But people around this time of year want personalization on that table runner because they're hosting parties or even dinner for their family. So people are coming over, they want everything to be decorated. So being able to offer this just adds a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like today everybody wants things personalized to them. So they want their monogram, their name, their established XYZ. It's even a good gift for people that are maybe newlyweds that just recently bought a house or just recently got married, just to add that little something special for a holiday gift too. So good options there. Yeah, and tree skirts are perfect for personalizing too, so can't forget about those. Tree skirts, you can either do this by purchasing one such as you're seeing here underneath our patterns. That is from also by Viv and Lou from Wholesale Boutique, and then the one in the guide was just purchased from a dollar store. So again, whether you're doing it in bulk or you're trying to offer it just as a one-off, being able to just find something locally is even easy to do too, and being able to play on the clip art and the style of font that you use to create a more higher perceived value helps with that also. Yeah, we're still seeing a lot of the monogramming, a lot of personalized name drops for maybe the family on these types of items. I see Kathy had recommended Sanmar for robes and towels also, so a good option there for adding some personalization onto those items. Yeah, so you're one step ahead of us. We were just getting into those hand towels. It's almost like she was playing into that as well. So yeah, hand towels, personalizing, that's another gift I see not only for holiday decor, but for gift items for somebody who's maybe a newlywed or just recently got married. Yeah, pillow covers is another one, so that's a great opportunity too, even being able to do it as a gifting item, so it doesn't necessarily have to be holiday specific. It can be for a student that's going to be graduating in the class of 2018, so just being able to keep all of that different stuff in mind depending on the person that you're gifting to. Yeah, I think it just comes down to who's your target audience. If you're selling online to a certain customer base versus you're selling in your retail store, and thinking about what gift items they would be purchasing from or for their customers or for their loved ones for the holiday season, so that you're able to target that for you. Right. All right, so wow, I think we've covered a ton of holiday items in today's morning show. It looks like we're getting a lot of a couple of the questions coming in. This year they have adult fleece inside pajamas. I assume, are those the same as the onesie pajamas? I've seen those recently. I just went to the mall this weekend, and of course all the Christmas t-shirts and holiday apparel is already out, which is your sign to definitely get yours out as well. And then Chrisana had asked, where are their affordable pillow blanks? So I know we've looked at a couple of different vendors for those. Do you remember any of them for pillow blanks? I know, of course, Viv and Lou from Wholesale Boutique does them, and then Wholesale Accessory Market, I believe, is the website. They do a variety of different blanks on there, and I believe pillowcases is one of them. If you're looking for other affordable ones, Hobby Lobby and Michael, or I would say Hobby Lobby more so than Michael's, offers just pillow covers where you can just stuff them on your own, but they have just blank pillow covers that are at a pretty affordable price there. Yeah, I would definitely say looking at the blank pillow covers and then stuffing them with a whole pillow is the easiest way to print them, because you can just kind of throw the pillowcases on the heat press, print them, and you're ready to go. Right. So I think we've covered just about anything. If you have any other holiday items that you've missed or that we've missed that should be in the guide, you can put those in the comments here. We'd love to see exactly what you guys are working on for the holiday season. Always can share them for us as well in either this broadcast or on the Facebook page. We love seeing what you guys are working on. That's where we always get our inspiration for a look of the week, so we love seeing those too. I see some more options coming in for nice pillow blanks, so Amazon. I use Amazon for everything. I am a Prime member, so I feel like even sometimes when I need to just pick up some onesies or dresses or something where I don't need a ton of them and I'm not going to get free shipping from my vendor, then I'll go with my Amazon because I get Prime. So it's another little tip if you just need to pick up onesie twosies for some custom orders. All right, and then Mary also recommended CB Station. They have zippered pillow covers, so that really makes it easy. Me either, so I'm intrigued. I want to check them out now. Yeah, definitely. All right, so that is this week's morning show. We'll be coming back to you guys next week. Jimmy and I will be here talking about some more tips. And so for those of you that have been joining us on the Go-To webinar client, just one more thing before we go. A lot of you here on Facebook Live, we see a lot of questions coming in. We're actually going to be moving just to Facebook Live moving forward. Just makes it easier for everybody, and we can make it a little bit more conversational like we've been able to do here today. So if you're watching on Go-To Webinar, head over to the Stahls All Things Heat Printing page, like it there, and then every week at 11 a.m. that's where we'll be for your morning show, and you can receive notifications there so you'll know when we go live. And we go live all the time, so it's not just the morning show. We do all kinds of things throughout the week and throughout the month to help you guys grow your business. So it's definitely a valuable place to make sure you're tuned in. I did see a question come in from Jennifer. She said, for Transfer Express, do we have to have a separate account, or is there a Stahls account? Jennifer, you would want to set up a separate account for Transfer Express. So while they are a Stahls company, there's 2 different account numbers for that. So just want to make sure to set that up so you can use that designer for them. All right, looks like we got all the questions. So that will be it for this week, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.